Hello fellow Monster Tamers, today we're talking about the Steam Winter Sale, which is always an exciting time running from December 22nd to January 5th. And for those of you who've gotten gift cards, money, or other things that you want to spend in the store, we'll be talking about some of the best creature collector or monster taming games you can get on discount right now on Steam. If you enjoy the content, make sure to like and subscribe, and let's jump on in. The first game we're going to mention is Digimon Sleuth, which if you've been a fan of the channel or been on here before, I've talked about it a few times and have done a complete playthrough of Digimon Sleuth. It's currently $12, so it's discounted 75%, and you get 2 full Digimon games for this price. The reviews for these games are very positive on Steam with over 6,000 reviews, and the recent reviews over 105 also very positive. Like I mentioned, you're getting 2 complete games. The stories are intertwined but can be played independently. And we're gonna click here just to see the trailer a little bit so you can see what you're getting into. But just awesome games. Some of my favorite Digimon games that I've played so far. And they're kind of like Persona-ish too, so if you like the Persona series and you like Digimon, this is no-brainer. If you like monster taming games, no-brainer. If you're trying to get 2 games or great value for like under 10 bucks and you got maybe a gift card or something, again, just a no-brainer. I'm currently playing through Hacker's Memory after playing Sleuth, and the story's been fantastic so far. So, this is one I can't recommend enough. If you only watched the video for this first recommendation, this is well worth your money. If you're, like I said, a Digimon fan, you gotta get it. Monster Taming fan, gotta get it. If you just like RPGs, this is a really good one as well. So definitely check this one out for what I believe is like $7 or so. Let's go back and double check. $12, so 75% off. So like I mentioned, this is one that I would highly recommend you check out. Gotta give a quick shout out to Coromon as well. If you've been on the channel, you know I'm a huge fan of this game and have enjoyed playing it, exploring it, covering it for almost a year now. It is currently 40% off. It's over 20 bucks. You can get it for $12 right now. You can also get the deluxe edition for $14, which is 46% off, which includes the Coromon soundtrack, which is really solid in my opinion. You know me, I enjoyed this game. It has very positive reviews as we scroll down here on Steam with over 2,000, close to 3,000 reviews and 170 recent reviews. We'll also go up here just so you can see the trailer a little bit, but you've probably seen all this content many times before. It's a lot like Pokemon, but I think it's a little more charming with the pixel art. We won't talk much more about it. I'm sure you're familiar with it, but if you haven't picked it up and you've seen my channel, it's really cheap now, and I'd highly recommend checking this one out as well. We have our first Monster Hunter game, which I currently have on Switch, and we will be playing through soon. If I didn't have it for Switch, I would be picking it up on Steam because right now it is 67% off, and this is an amazing game from everything that I've heard. It plays a little differently than traditional monster taming games, Monster Hunter games, in that you're not going out hunting monsters, you're more collecting them. I think you can merge them as well. So that's a really cool feature here. Going down and look at the reviews, I want to say it's very positive. Again, with almost 10,000 reviews, very positive, 152 recent reviews as well. We're gonna open up the trailer here, one, because I'm really interested. I got it for Christmas, so I'm really interested in playing this. I also have it on 3DS, the original Monster Hunter Stories, which I have not played through yet. I'm likely just going to jump into this one. It looks amazing. It looks like a lot of fun. If you want to jump into the Monster Hunter series, but you're not ready to jump into like the full-fledged like Monster Hunter Rise or Sunbreak or World, this is a really good intro. You may not recognize some of the characters or monsters going into it, but I still think you completely can enjoy this game if you wanted to, and it just looks amazing. I imagine on PC it's even better, and at 67% off, under $20, I think this is a really great value and a game that you might really enjoy playing, again, if you want to get into that Monster Hunter series a little bit. Next up, we have Ni no Kuni Wrath of the White Witch, which you may remember in my video previously talking about my backlog. I talked about this game because it's on my backlog. I played the first like 30 or so minutes. You can see here my hours on record. I do have it on Steam, which I'm really excited to play, but it is 80% off right now. It's under $10. And it just seems like such a charming game. Let's check out the reviews of this one, probably very positive as well, with over 2,000 reviews and 57 recent reviews as well. Can't say it's quite a Pokemon clone. It is turn-based RPG, but the animation, the story so far that I've played seems really, really good. It's almost like playing an anime in a lot of ways. And again, I've only played the first 30 minutes, and just looking even at this preview, I feel like it opens up a lot, like really quickly once you get into the game. You're seeing a bit of the overworld here and how that changes. It's really charming, and the story is darker than I had anticipated. So if you're looking for a game like under 10 bucks, this one is a little bit older, but I still think it looks really good, especially on PC, depending on what kind of PC you have. And overall, really excited for me to play this one, and for 80% off, definitely worth a stab playing this one, I think. Okay, to be fair, I maybe should have started with this one right after Digimon Cyber Sleuth, because Monster Sanctuary at 66% off and under $7 is an absolute steal. It's a Metroidvania meets Monster Tamer battler. You have 3v3 battles. Wow, I didn't even know that monster was in the game. You have 3v3 battles, and you use your monsters in the overworld to help navigate the world. You can see here we have a skill tree. Let me go and open up this trailer because it's going to be explaining a lot. You can see the 3v3 getting set up here. There are different bosses that you're going to be going through, almost like titans in a lot of ways. You have randomizer, bravery modes, all kinds of different, really well thought out features that make this game just really charming in how it plays and in how it looks. It's also pixel art, and it's a lot of fun. I've played maybe the first couple hours on Switch, and it is amazing. For $7 on Steam, I think it's really good. Some of the bundles are also going to be discounted here. I don't know as much about those, but the base game for $7 is really great. I would be surprised with the what am I trying to say? The reviews aren't very positive. They are with over 6,000 reviews there, and then very positive with 136 recent reviews. And for all these games so far, you can see that your requirements for the PC are not very stringent. So even if you don't have the 3080 GPU with a new Ryzen or Intel CPU, you can still really enjoy these games. And Monster Sanctuary is a game I would recommend you try out. It's a lot of fun. I've really enjoyed it, and I really look forward to finishing it this year on Switch. Let's talk a little bit about Disc Creatures, which looks a lot like Gen 1 Pokemon. So if you enjoyed Gen 1 Pokemon and you're like, I don't want to play Pokemon Scarlet Violet, I don't like the new 3D stuff, I think you'll really enjoy this. We'll go ahead and open up this preview here as well. You can see it harkens back in a lot of ways to that first gen Pokemon. I've been told it plays differently though. I believe this is 3v3 combat, so a little bit different in that way. And I've been told that you shouldn't go in expecting it to play like Pokemon because it's a lot different, and that's great. I'm happy that it's not just like Pokemon, but it is still a monster taming game, collecting game, and it's really cheap right now. It's 70% off, so it's going to be under $5, which I think is solid. And as we come down here, again, we'd be surprised if the reviews are not very positive, but a lot less reviews at 148. So, an indie game, a little bit of a hidden gem if you haven't heard of it already. You can probably tell your system requirements are going to be very low for this game. And I learned a lot about this game in Gym Leader Ed's Monster Taming Direct, which was earlier this week. Have a new baby, so time is distorted. But 70% off, under $5. Looks like first gen Pokemon, but plays a lot differently, and a lot of people are really excited about this indie game. So if you got a gift card and you have a little bit of change left over, maybe pick this one up with something like Digimon Cyber Sleuth. If you're looking to jump into the Shin Megami Tensei franchise and you do have a PC and you're looking at the sales, Shin Megami Tensei 3 is 55% off right now, a little over $20. I can't speak to this game as much. I haven't jumped into this series yet. I do have Shin Megami Tensei 5 on Switch, and I'm super excited to get into it. It seems like the merging of monsters, the turn-based, all of it I'm really excited about. I just can't speak to it too well, but people love this franchise. It actually is what started the Persona franchise. Persona is a spin-off of Shin Megami Tensei, which I think is interesting. Looking at the reviews again, I'll be shocked if it's not very positive with almost 2,000 reviews. System requirements aren't too high either. And let's go ahead and open up this trailer to see what we're looking at. So these games are also, from what I can tell, are like a little bit darker, a little bit more heavy than some of the other monster taming games that might be on this list. But again, if you want to get into the Shin Megami Tensei series for $20 or so, this is not a bad place to pick it up. Both Nexomon games are right now on sale, but we'll talk about Nexomon Extinction, which is the most recent game in the franchise, and it is currently 60% off and under $10. This is more of a Pokemon clone with a better story and a little bit different gameplay, but it looks really cool. We'll go ahead and open up this little trailer here because it does look like a lot of fun, and I kind of like this art style even though it's a little mobile-y. One, nothing wrong with playing mobile games, and two, this looks like a lot of fun from what I can tell so far. I'm going to back it up a little bit just so we can see more of this trailer here, but as you can see, very similar to Pokemon and some of the other traditional monster taming games that you typically see. And as we come down to the reviews, they're very positive, again, with over 2,000, and your system requirements are not going to be too heavy here. So if you're looking for a Pokemon light game, or you have, $8 or so that you want to spend here, this might be a good place to start in terms of a monster taming game on Steam that you could get. That's a lot of fun. And the last game we'll talk about is Rune Factory 5. I am not familiar with the Rune Factory series, but I do know that is a farming sim and I think kind of Monster Taming-ish game combination. If I have that wrong, definitely let me know in the comments, and apologies for misleading you if that's the case. But I wanted to put on a farming sim-ish game because those are always tons of fun. I think the reviews for this one are going to be actually very positive with over 800. The most recent ones are mostly positive. But it looks like this could be a really fun game if you do want some farming in there. I'm trying to see if I can find a video or clip here that shows the monster taming, but I do see the monster, so it's at least monster fighting with farming sim, so that could be a lot of fun there. But I just wanted to mention another game that might be a little bit different than some of the other games mentioned on my channel generally and in the video so far. Okay, I know I said the Rune Factory is the last game, but let's make it 10. And I found Bugsnax, and it's overwhelmingly positive. It's a psychological horror adventure and creature collector. I know nothing about this game. I just know that it's 60% off. It has really great reviews. It looks fun. It looks let's look at the trailer here. This looks like a wild game. Like I said, I don't know much else about it. I'm trying to get farther in this little trailer to see what we see what's going on. This looks trippy, man. So if you're looking for like a fun game, let's look at the reviews. Again, I know nothing about this game. Colorful, clever, surprising, and you deserve to discover the deepest aspects of it for yourself. Wow, that's a great review. Overwhelmingly positive with 2,500 reviews, and it is, like I said, 60% off, under 10 bucks. So if you have 10 bucks on Steam, you like psychological horror, you like creature collector, or a mix of both, this may be one that you want to take a flyer on. I can't recommend it to you, but Steam's recommending it to you, so that should be enough. Alright, and that will do it for our quick review of some creature collector monster taming games that you can find on Steam right now, heavily discounted. There are other games like Slime Rancher 2 that aren't quite as discounted, or Soul Hackers 2, again, not quite as discounted. So definitely take a look here. You can search in Google Creature Collector Steam, and this page will come up because I couldn't find it in the UI for Steam, which is why I'm here. The sale is going to end on January 5th, so you have a lot of time to pick up games if you need to. Hope everyone's having a great holiday season. Thank you all for the amazing support this year. If I don't see you before the end of the year, or hear from you, or you don't hear from me at the end of the year, we hit our goal of over 600 subs, so I just can't thank you all enough. And enjoy all of your monster taming and games you'll be playing into the new year. Alright, bye everyone.